This is the Nikon F-601, or to give it its American name, it's the Nikon N6006, and N6006 is what is printed on that camera body because that is the very camera that my granddad bought back in 1991 while he was living in America. Sadly, I didn't get to know my granddad very well because he died when I was young, but some of my earliest memories, vague though they are of my granddad. And it might sound a bit weird to say, but I feel using that camera gives me a sense of connection with him, because when I take a picture, I'm pressing the same shutter button that he pressed when he took a picture. It's like having a shared experience with someone who's not around anymore to have experiences with, if that makes sense. The price of colour film has gone through the roof since the pandemic. Now, I've got quite a few expired film stocks that I've bought over the years in bundles on eBay or in car boot sales. So I'm going to take some of those expired films this weekend to Festival Italia at Brands Hatch with my mate Dom. And I'm just going to see what kind of quality of image I get from using films that have been expired, in some cases a couple of decades. So I'm going to be taking with me a whole bunch of expired films. I'm probably not going to use them all because film's a valuable commodity these days, but I thought it's better to have them with me and not need them rather than need them and not have them. And after methodically selecting the first film to put in the camera, I've chosen Perutz Primera, and this expired in 2004, so we'll see what we get from that. Here he is. So I've just shot my first roll of film. It's the Perutz. It said on the box 26 frames, but I actually managed to get 27, so I love getting my money's worth. The next roll of film I'm going to shoot is the Kodak Gold, 24 frames on this. The challenge when using film as opposed to digital in this kind of scenario, especially on the Canon shots, digital, you just burst a few shots, and it's okay if you've got a few that are blurry, and usually you'll have one or two that are usable. But of course with film, you've got to be a bit more economical with the amount of pictures you take.
How many laps everybody does, whether they Formula Classic.
I owe Dom an apology because I said he looked a bit camp with his umbrella, but my camera equipment is safely tucked under his umbrella in the shade because it is absolutely roasting here. Next up, I'll be using Italy's very own Ferrania Solaris. Track.
Brands Hatch.
very, very pleasantly surprised to see the quality of the images, especially from the Perutz. You can definitely tell on the Kodak Gold that the film isn't quite right. The images are quite a bit grainier than they are on the Perutz, and the film seemed to have lost some light sensitivity as well. The pictures are quite a bit darker. But on the Perutz, I think those images, you wouldn't know that it was taken on expired film, or I certainly couldn't tell. I was heartbroken though when I developed the Ferrania and held the film to the light, that I don't appear to have got any images. Like, most of the frames are blank and there's a few kind of faint traces of images. So I've scanned them in, they're just saving on my computer now. So I hope that, I hope I get something on those. Right, so this is the first one. I don't know if you can see it, it's very, very faint, but I believe it is an image of a Lamborghini Diablo, which was kind of like my childhood bedroom poster car. So I had to get a picture of that. I think I picked the wrong film to take the picture with. But first things first, we're going to rotate it clockwise. Just see if we can, I don't know, add some contrast or dehaze it or something, just to make the picture visible, really. We're going to go to dehaze all the way. Yeah, now you can definitely see the image here. It looks a little bit crap, if I'm honest. I think it's a bit like polishing a turd, really. So that might be as good as we're going to get with that one. But I'm glad I got a picture. But let's get on to the one that I'm really excited about, which is this one. Again, very, very faint. You've got to have a very keen eye to be able to see any of the details in this. You can just about see where it, the camel logo on the side of the car there. So let's do the same again. Camera raw filter. And there we have it. A very, put the saturation down. Does it look better in black and white? I don't know. Still looks pretty crap. But there we have it. At least we've got a picture. That's what it's all about.